So one of the things that we would like to do as a growing organization is to continuously provide a wider spectrum of resources to our mentors, not only to grow in mentorship, but also to grow in ourselves. So some of the things that we're doing is we're trying to have a regular interaction. So when we have our groups in the afternoons, we're often trying to get two mentors together so that there can be sharing of ideas. We've started our own curriculum, what we call our mentors manual, our guide to raise boys to be good men. And in that process and the themes that we've chosen is we're constantly asking our mentors to also give us additional information on stuff that they've tried and that can work. And so it gives them a resource to work with. And it's really based on the values and 5 other themes that we want to put into our year. But what's nice about that is that I'm not only mentoring young boys, I'm also getting to mentor in my own process. So the organization itself becomes a mentor to me because I constantly get to read up on these things. I constantly get to interact with other men that are going through the same stuff. And sometimes it's just a situation of me struggling with the process or struggling with trying to explain a concept of discipline or something to a child, but there's another mentor around that can help me through that. We can talk it through. We can say, okay, well, we can use this as a case study. How did it work out for us? Which means that we can then put down something in place that is going to make it easier for the guy coming later. So 10 or 15 years from now, it's going to be a very easy process for people getting involved because there will be so much available. But right now, we are constantly trying to build towards that. There's obviously a lot of resources out there with regards to mentoring, but I think the most practical way to get enriched by this or to grow through this would be through the experience. And you can only get the experience when you're actually there. So take part in the process, be there, talk to people about the stuff. And then often you'll say, well, I'm isolated. Maybe I'm out here in the sticks and I don't know, I'm not close to Johannesburg where your program is right now, or where there's a program. The nice thing for us is, again, if we come back to the statistics, if you've got 7 boys around a table, typically 5 of them are going to come from a single parent home where there are no dad or there's not a positive male role model. So essentially, all that we need to start a program in Water or somewhere on the far reaches of the country and even the world eventually would be for one guy to stand up and saying, here I am, putting my hand up, I want to do this. I'm sure that this is something that I can make a difference in and commit to. And then it's a very easy process to start just having the conversations and start sharing the material. Technology makes it very possible these days. And so ultimately that's what we want to achieve, because it also means that we don't get to only mentor 5 young boys in that area. And if you think of this pays forward. Those 5 boys eventually, imagine if even 3 of them just become mentors again. That means another 15 boys, and so it systematically grows. Those 5 boys you're mentoring, they're going to go into school and they're going to impact the lives positively of other children around them. And that's the only way we're going to change our society and in our communities. And so we provide a space for people that are feeling isolated to belong to, and where we can grow together. So there really is no excuse.